Here are the top 5 exercises to grow your quads. First, the 2 best exercises to train the rectus femoris. It's the only quad muscle that attaches at the hip, so when we pull our leg back, it stretches it, and that's why we utilize the sissy squat. We hold our hips fully locked out while simply bending and extending at the knees. Next, the opposite. We hold our hips in a bent position while extending and bending at the knees. The leg extension is special because it places the most tension on the rectus femoris and the other muscles at the very top. Those other muscles of the quads attach below the hip, unlike the rectus femoris. Therefore, they only control the knees. Here's the top 3 movements for training them, starting with the leg press itself. This primarily trains the middle range of motion because you're a little limited with how much you can actually bend your knees. Next, the hack squat. This can complement the leg press because it allows you to get deeper, training the farthest range of motion of the quads, but tension is lost at the top. Number 1, the pendulum squat. The arcing motion keeps tension on the quads to the extreme end range of motion of the knees and maintains it to the top, unlike the leg press and hack. This is the best guide you'll ever see on how to grow your hamstrings. You have 4 of them. First, the short head of the biceps femoris. It's the only hamstring muscle that doesn't attach to the hip, so when we bend at the knee, it's the only time it gets trained. So, leg curls, seated or lying, both likely work similarly well for growing it, but for the other 3 hamstrings, seated will be superior for growth. Now, here are the 3 variations you need to know. First, when you flare the toes out, it preferentially targets the hamstring muscles on the outer portion of your leg, the long and short head of the biceps femoris. Second, point them inwards and you'll preferentially utilize the hamstring muscles on the inner portion of your leg, the semitendinosus and membranosus. And third, when you point them up, it'll spread the work more evenly across them all. This is what most people should do most of the time. Finally, training the hamstrings by hinging at the hips. This is the other way that you need to be training them. Here's what you need to know. Stiff leg deadlifts are the king. By keeping your knees pretty much straight, as you lower down, the hamstrings are stretched deeply across both joints and act like chains pulling down from the base of your pelvis until you're standing upright.
Here's how to grow your legs with dumbbells. Starting off with your quads consisting of 4 muscles which make up the inner, outer, and middle thigh. A wide stance like sumo squats will emphasize the inner thigh, while a narrow stance like goblet squats or front squats will emphasize the outer thigh. And single leg movements like lunges, pistol squats, and Bulgarian split squats will target all parts with some emphasis on the middle thigh. Then moving on to the back of your leg are your hamstrings, which consist of 3 muscles, and most dumbbell exercises target all 3. These include Romanian deadlifts, single leg deadlifts, dumbbell swings, glute bridges, leg curls, or single leg hip thrusts. And finally, your calves are made up of 2 muscles, with the gastrocnemius having a lateral and medial head. The medial head is slightly emphasized with your toes pointed out, but both heads work during inward or neutral calf raises. And to target the soleus, do seated calf raises with bent knees. I hope that helps, and follow for more lifting tips.
Five of the most common squat mistakes you need to avoid. Number 1, don't use a loosey-goosey grip on the bar. Boost upper back tightness by gripping it as narrow as possible, tucking your elbows, and using your lats to pull the bar down. Number 2, don't just drop down into your squat. Stabilize your body by leveling your pelvis and screwing your feet into the ground, and then taking a deep 360 breath and bracing your core. Number 3, to maximize growth, don't do half squats. Go down to at least parallel. Number 4, don't let your hips shoot back and chest fall forward on the way up. Push the floor away and drive your traps up against the bar so your hips and chest rise at the same time. And number 5, don't let your knees cave in or cave out too much. To minimize knee stress, try to keep them in the same direction as your toes. Give me a follow for more tips just like this.